Hi. So today we'll be learning our Dungaree, and I'm going to refer you back to your advanced textbook. So you have Dungaree in page 114. You have Dungaree in page 114. So what do we understand by Dungaree? Dungaree is just a combination of your trouser and a bib, then a strap to connect the bib to the trouser. So your trouser could be any of your choice, and as for your bib, it could be any of your shape. So I'm going to interpret my style on the board, but first thing, you need to draft your basic. These are the steps needed to achieve your Dungaree. You are going to need your basic bodice, then you are going to need your trouser pattern. Okay? So on the board right here, I have my basic bodice on the board. I have my basic bodice on the board, and I have my trouser pattern right here, as you can see. So first thing that I'm going to do is to shape my bodice, which I have done. You can see this third line. It represents my inner shaping. So I've shaped my basic bodice. Then the next thing to do is to transfer the dart, which is the shoulder dart. I'm going to transfer it to my underarm dart, so which I have done right here. You can see I did cross from the shoulder, and I transferred the dart to underarm. So the next thing to do now is to draft your trouser block, which I have done right here. Now I'm going to practicalize something. I'm going to place this trouser pattern. I'm going to align my trouser pattern to my bodice pattern using the hip line. So the reason why I'm going to do that is to achieve the excess, which I'm going to turn into a band. But there are different methods. There are so many methods in achieving. There are so many methods in achieving that aspect. We have, Mr. Jordan, please come. We have another method whereby you place your tape at your neck, on the neck base right here. Then you drag your tape all round underneath the crotch. Straight down to your point zero, which is your nape right here. So in achieving this, you should make sure yeah?
Ms. Namusa here. Can we ask Bonan to turn off her mic? I don't think she's away because there's so much background noise. I cannot really hear it.
Okay. This will be attended to.
I don't think she's aware that the microphone is on.
So you are going to place your tape rule here on the neck base of your model or yourself. You can get somebody to do it for you. Then you pull it round underneath the crotch part towards your center back and let it finish on your point zero, which is your nape. So whatever measurement you have there, you are going to note it down. So you can as well use this method to derive the amount of excess. And make sure when you are doing this method, you need to walk, bend, sit to know that it is convenient for you. Because drafting a jumpsuit, all you need in drafting a jumpsuit is enough allowance to walk around, to bend, and to sit. Thank you. So this other method I'm going to show you is, after you've drafted your basic pattern, your trouser pattern, and your body's pattern, align this using your hip line. So this is my front pattern right here. I'm going to tape it. You know, I'm aligning using my hip line now. So I'm going to align, this is my hip line right here, and this is my body's hip line. So I just make sure I have the two on the right part. So your center front has to align with the center front, and your hip line has to align with the hip line. Can you see the amount of excess that I have on my pattern? So that excess is where you are bringing out your band. So I'm going to tape this on the board. So taping it with my bodies. Then I do the same thing for my back pattern. This is my back trouser pattern, and I'm going to use my hip depth. Okay, so now that I have taped my trouser pattern on my bodies, the next thing to do is to blend. You know, the shape and the measurements might tally a little bit. So So after I've taped my trouser block on my body's pattern, I'm going to blend my waist to the hip and blend this one as well, like from my waist here. I'm going to blend it towards the crotch part. So after you've done that, the next thing to do is make sure your dart aligns. If in any situation your dart is not aligned with your body's dart, all you need to do is just shift it. Like you shift the dart to make sure that it aligns with the one that is on the bodies. Same thing with your back pattern. Shift the dart and make sure it aligns with the body's dart. That is that for that. So now you can now crop out you can now construct your band from the waist. So you're constructing your band on the waist. I'm using 5 cm. So you mark So constructing your band, you are coming on the waistline, you are going to mark 5 cm. 5 cm hem is standard, but if you want a wider band, you can work with your choice. So I'm using 5C hem, 5C hem, 5C hem. So after I've constructed my band, this represents my band. And remember to remove these darts. By the time you cut off your pattern, remember these darts that passes through the band. It's either you remove it at the side or you fold that dart. So this is my band, and I have my band here too. So now it is time to construct the bib, that one that goes from the waist up. So constructing my bib, we have different shape of bib. It's either you do a full straight bib, like from your waist, you square it up to the level of the depth that you want, or you shaped it out. So I'm going to do a straight one from my side waist. So but before I construct this one, I need to get my neck depth. Getting my neck depth, you measure from your neck base here to where you want your bib to start from. So let me use 11C hem. C hem. So I'm going to square it inward. And don't forget, I have closed this shoulder dart. So I'm squaring it inward. So now I squared it inward with 15C hem. You can as well reduce it or increase it to your choice. So I'm connecting this point now to my waist. Like that. So now if you want your bib to have pockets, you can also construct your pockets, your patch pocket on the bib area. Now I'm going to construct the strap. Constructing the strap, I need to get my strap width. So if I'm using 5 cm as my strap width, so you measure 5 cm here, then you square it up to touch the shoulder line. Then you come to this point and square it up as well to touch the shoulder line. Just make sure you have a parallel line of 5 cm. So that is that for the front. Now I want to construct the strap for the back. So constructing the strap for the back, I'm measuring what I have here, my MP to my first leg of the strap, that's 4 cm. Then you do the same thing for your back, 4 cm, 5 cm, strap width. So I'm connecting my strap to my band. And take note, if you are constructing this strap to the band, you have to wear something that is very long inside, but just to avoid revealing of some part of your back. And if you want to construct a bib too at the back, you can as well do that. Construct your bib at the back, then construct your strap on it. But I'm going to construct the strap all the way to the band. So I'm squaring this down like that. And like that. So this is my strap coming down to the band. As for the opening, which is your zip could be at the side, or your zip could be at the back, center back here. So that is that for your dungaree. Any question? And as for your trouser, I think I told you you can use any variation of trouser of your choice. You can use palazzo, you can use culotte, you can use flex trouser, you can use pencil trouser, whatever kind of trouser you want to do. And as for the bib, I told you there are different shapes of bib. So that is that for that. Do you have any question?